Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule impeccably well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect pushing his truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. This is the brother Yakanan for the GMS England branch. And this will serve as a brief, very brief video based upon this article that you see here on the screen. This was taken from the visualcapitalist.com and is entitled Visualized, the State of Central Bank Digital Currencies. Now, this is a very insightful and very informative, article that basically displays, as you can see, a breakdown of the 6 stages of the CBDC currencies throughout the 4 corners of the globe. All right. Now, as you can see here in the status section, it says launched, pilot, development, research, inactive, and cancelled. All right. Now, for status, it gives you a definition of issued a CBDC for widespread retail and or wholesale use. And you have Nigeria and you have some other countries over here that are currently in that phase. All right. And you also have pilot, which the definition for that is initiated small-scale testing of a CBDC in the real world with a limited number of participants. And pretty much you have Russia, China, all right, Saudi Arabia, so on and so forth, South Africa, that are currently in that pilot stage, all right. Then you have development, and that says initiated technical build and early testing of a CBDC in a controlled environment. And in development, let's see if we can find an example for development. You have Brazil, Australia, Kenya, Madagascar, that are in those stages. India, Iran, all right, that are in the stages of initiated technical build and early testing. Research, you have the United States, all right, which we know that once America, all right, who is the hammer of the whole earth, once they perfect, or if they've already perfected, once they make mandatory, all right, and switch over to that new system, which you had that new bill, that was just put in place, by Biden, last week. So it wouldn't surprise me if in the very, very near future, a major development, major announcement was made, all right? And once that major announcement is made, you're going to have all of these other countries, all of a sudden, all right? They're going to be flashing yellow, all right? That's going to happen. Then you have inactive, then you have cancelled, which is irrelevant, like I said, because we understand that this whole map is going to be flashing yellow in the very near future, all right? Because everything is going to follow the course of, Babylon the Great of America, like I said, because that's the hammer of the whole earth. And this CBDC currency, all right, cryptocurrencies, this is a thing that, must indeed come to pass, because this is going to be a major, part of the MOTB system, all right, in which the CHIP is going to be linked in, to this technology, all right, and we can see that from surveying, how things have been going, within the last 5-10 years, all right, concerning, the Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, the blockchain, so on and so forth. All right, so this is where things are headed. Now here, it gives you another breakdown here. It says 105 countries are currently exploring centralized digital currencies. Together, they represent 95% of total GDP. The table below lists the data used in the infographic, the one we just looked at the top of the screen. Nigeria launched, the Bahamas launched, Jamaica launched, Anguilla launched, St. Kitts launched, Antigua launched, and Bermuda launched, Montserrat launched, Dominica launched. Notice how mass majority of what we're seeing here in the launch section is where Jake is at, all right, which is not by coincidence, all right. So they're ultimately coming, for you Israelites, all right, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, all right. They're acclimatizing you, to this new system, all right. Now it says Sweden pilot stage, Lithuania pilot stage, Ukraine pilot, Kazakhstan pilot stage. You can click next, and it gives you a whole breakdown, of each nation and where they're at, with the status and development. All right. Now it says here, it says central banks around the world are getting involved in digital currencies, but some are further ahead than others. And you have Visa. I believe it's every year, the company Visa, when you look at your credit or debit card, more than likely you either have MasterCard logo on it or you have a Visa card logo on it. Now Visa, they release a report. I believe it's a yearly report, and they basically, do a huge report and release the statistics regarding, the advancement of the world becoming a cashless society. They keep all the data. They survey all of the nations, upon the face of the earth, and they monitor, your actions, your spending habits, Apple Pay, Google Pay, so on and so forth. What nations are more inclined, to use cash, and what nations are less inclined, to use cash. All right, and they monitor your every move and your spending habits, so they can get this detailed graph, all right, on paper on what they need to do to push to a cashless society, and that's released, like I said, I believe it's every year, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so the scriptures say in Psalm 64, which we'll get right now, it talks about the mind, of the wicked, of the secret counsel of the wicked. So let's read that, and then we'll jump down. This is Psalm 64 verse 2, and it says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." All right, and the secret counsel of the wicked is what would be known today as the Illuminati. All right, those that rule the world. All right, the four corners of the globe. All right, the central, the bankers. All right, that rule in secrecy. All right, that control everything from the shadows. Beginning with your, Rothschild family. The Oppenheimers. All right, the Rockefellers, the Bilderbergers, so on and so forth. They are the secret counsel of the wicked as a collective. All right, those ruling elite Edomite families. Now it says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." All right, like I said, because they rule in secrecy. All right, they are the ones that are ruling the world. They are the ones that are, controlling, these world leaders. All right, these puppets, like Biden, Trump, so on and so forth. Now let's scroll down to the point. Now it says, Psalm 64 and verse 8. Where is it? Right here it is. I'll start verse 6. It says, "They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep." All right. So their mind is deep. All right. Their thoughts and their intents. All right. On trying to put together, this new world order system, it's a very deep agenda, all right? It's something that they've been diligently researching for and surveying the people for, all right? So that it shows you, the depths of the minds, of the wicked, all right? And how far they will go to have this agenda, all right, this new world order system come to the forefront, all right, and be, forced upon the people, all right. People don't really understand, the depths that, the wicked is willing to go to ensure, that this is actually manifested upon the face of the earth, all right. These people will, you know, pull false flag attacks. They will stage events, they'll set up, you know, devices of controlled opposition. All right, there's no putting a threshold on the lengths that Esau Eden will go to try and get his way. All right, and that's what people don't really understand. Now, let's go back to this article. It says central banks around the world are getting involved in digital currencies, but some are further ahead than others. In this map, we use data from the Atlantic Council's currency tracker to visualize the state of each central bank's digital currency effort. Now, this actual tracker that you can see right here, this is the website for the Atlantic Council digital tracker, all right, and you can see ESO ain't playing no games, man, all right, because you can actually track this data and information live, as soon as those as any developments are made, and they basically update it, on this grid that you see here on the screen. All right, so this is the future that you're seeing right here. All right, now let's click on Europe. Now let's see. I haven't fiddled around with this a lot. Now it says Netherlands here, gives you a breakdown. It gives you a timeline. It gives you the motivations for each nation, each country for why they want to actually get involved. All right. Let's click on another one and see what it says. What's this one? Norway. All right. It says motivations for Norway. The research is motivated by low and falling cash usage, application of the precautionary principle. All right. So the reason they've stated for their motivation to wanting to involve in the CBDC currency is because people are basically not using as much tangible cash as they was using before. All right. Which that's going to be the same reason for a lot of nations. All right. Now it says Turkey. It doesn't state a motivation for Turkey. Let's see if we can get another one. Spain. The PSOE presented the proposition to the Spanish Congress to create a national digital currency as a response to increasing cashlessness and promoting digital public money. All right, so pretty much the same reason for Spain. All right, now let's let's see what else we can find. All right, we looked at that one already. Doesn't give you a reason for that one, but you get the point. All right, you get the point. This is the website. It's the atlanticcouncil.org. All right, the central bank digital currency tracker, where you can track, the live updates regarding this information that was drawn from this website. All right, so that was just a quick update, regarding this site. It's very insightful. All right, and when you really, see all of this information in front of you, it makes you really wonder how you groups out there that are not warning the people regarding the MOTB, the Revelations 13 and 16, how you people can sleep at night, man. All right, because this information is right in your face. All right, it's not even hidden. It's right in your face. It's there for all to see that Esau is pushing this and he's bringing it to life. All right. So you groups out there that refuse to teach this or that have sold out, you taking the bag and you're withholding this information from the people. All right, their blood is on your hands. All right. And you know what? I'm gonna end it on that. Let's go to let's go to Ezekiel 3 and 17. All right, and we will end it on this. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, and let's start from verse 17. And it says, Son of man, I had made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. All right. So the position that we're supposed to play, being men of the Lord, hopeful men of the elect, is being watchmen unto the nation of Israel, unto you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and the rest of you scattered Israelites throughout the four corners of the globe. All right. We are watchmen unto you. All right. Verse 18, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speaketh to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. And many of our people, all right, they are going to transgress, and they're going to take the MOTB, all right, which is against the commandments of Yahweh Shim Yahushai, because the scriptures talk about not making any cuttings in the flesh for the dead. Okay, so we are commanded, all right, not to take that charagma, all right, spoken of in Revelations 13 and 16. But many of our people, all right, because they haven't been properly warned, all right, by their congregations, are going to fall into this trap, and they're going to take, that CHIP. And as a result, as the scripture says, if the blind lead the blind, both of them shall fall into a ditch, all right? And that's literally what's going to be happening in these last days, all right? So I'll read that again. So when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, all right? Because you're not warning, all right, these people, all right, these Jakes, these Israelites, all right, regarding, the MOTB, all right? Nor speaketh to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, because, ultimately, we're warning you to attempt to save your life, all right? So you don't fall into, the clutches of Esau Edom, all right? The scriptures also talk about, us, through the fear, of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that we persuade men. Obviously, we're doing it out of fear too, but it's, genuinely, because we care about, the elect of our people, all right? So we put the warning out there. None of the elect are going to take the MOTB, by the way, all right? All of the elect, all right, are going to be kept from the hour of temptation. So it says, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. All right. So again, out to you congregations out there that are not teaching, concerning the MOTB. All right. The blood of your congregation is going to be required at your hand for not giving them the warning. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. And until next time, I'll say shalom.